Hey guys, this is P.M.R.Bonez88, and today for my next horror slasher movie review that I will be talking about is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, which stars Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. I'd say this film is like one of the terrible and worst horror Texas Chainsaw franchise movie ever. I mean, the story is the same thing, but this is like worse than the second one. It's 10 times worse than the second one ever. I mean, Leatherface doesn't even look like Leatherface at all. He's like almost like an imposter, like in Friday 13th Part 5, The New Beginning, where we all think that Jason is alive, but apparently it was just an imposter. I mean, they did a bad makeup, bad job on Leatherface. I mean, you could definitely tell that they just gave the guy just a plain mask and the camouflage jacket. I could take it. I mean, he looks good in that camouflage jacket. I don't mind about that. But even now that Leatherface has now a new group of family, which they're apparently like even more 10 times crazy, and just like from their last family, just like from the last third film. I mean, the character, the actor, Matthew McConaughey, his character was like, Matthew McConaughey's character. He's not like a killer. He's just like some psychotic wacko dude who just wears some sort of like a mechanical bracelet, whatever he uses, just like to control or restrain up just a bit. But he has all these several remote controls. I don't know what he uses them for, or he probably just uses them just to control his leg, just to walk or to bend, or in case he kicks someone in the nards. So the story is the same thing, like group of teens like going in the woods. They find this old abandoned house with all these crazy people, along with Leatherface as well. This Leatherface is even worse, much worse than the second one when he does the chainsaw dance. This one, all he does is screams. He screams throughout the whole movie. Screams like a whining girl. And as you can tell that, if you could tell, like one scene when you see Leatherface's teeth, they're not all crooked or rotted or hideous. They're like all whitened and clean for some reason. Leatherface's teeth are supposed to be rotted and hideous and disgusting. At that point, that's like bad job on. It's like in a rush, just a waste of time. Just like, here you go, put this mask on, wear the camouflage jacket, the apron fine, and here's the chainsaw, and just go being Leatherface. Now, because for this some reason, the second time where Leatherface dressed up as his grandma, that looks almost perfect as that definitely almost looks like Leatherface. Up to that dinner scene where Leatherface like gets ready, he dresses up as a sexy girl, like wears lipstick, wears a girl's wig, and fake boobs for some reason, which they look kind of real, and a black nightgown. That's like almost like Leatherface's twin sister. This movie is like, I'm not gonna tell you the whole story plot of it, but I can tell you this one scene where Renee Zellweger like sits up and just like stands up for herself. She's like one of the characters that just like stand up to all these crazy family, and including Leatherface, where she tells Leatherface to sit down and shut up. Afterward, Leatherface just gets up and just screams out of no other reason. But that was like a great scene ever, just telling him to sit down and shut up. I had to give her credit, so thumbs up for Renee Zellweger. So this film is like so terrible. It's like the same thing, but this whole movie is all these people. All this is about, like all these people just screaming for no other reason. It's just scream and scream and scream, screaming out of terror, screaming for their lives, and screaming for no other reason for screaming. Everything that has to deal is the scream. So to rate this movie, I have to give it a 50 out of 100, because this movie was a complete failure. A complete failure. But however, I'm going to do a little horror mashup which a few days ago I went to the movies. Went to the movies with my girlfriend, and I saw Paranormal Activity 4. I'd say this film is like really, really great, really scary. I mean, throughout the beginning and almost the first half of the movie, it gets a little boring and puts you to sleep. But up to almost that very ending, where everything goes all suspense and surprising, that is like so scary. My eyes were like starting to tear up. Oh my god, this movie is awesome. Even my girlfriend saw it. She was like screaming and jumping out of her seat. And after when we got out of the theaters, her heart was like pounding of terror. She couldn't even sleep when we got home. She couldn't even sleep. I had to keep her company, keep her company on the phone, like talking to her by the time she falls asleep and calms down. So this film, Paranormal Activity 4, I have to give it 85 out of 100. So this movie is great. If those of you saw it, that's great. If those of you didn't, I recommend you guys go see it. So October is almost over, and I haven't gotten able to talk about all the horror slasher movies. But however, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be talking about them. I will be continuing on the horror slasher movie reviews. I will be continuing on talking about all the Leatherface, all the Chuckies, all the Hellraisers, all the Freddys and the Jasons and the Michaels. So don't worry, I'll be talking about them, just not like almost the whole year. Probably like one day in a month, or 2 days in a week. 2 days in a week, or if I might do a little smash up, like I'll be talking about superhero movies, or continuing on movies that I've seen in theaters, like what I did just now to talk about The Next Generation and Paranormal Activity 4. I'll be talking about those. So the next time, whenever I do another horror slasher movie review, I will be talking about is the 2003 remake, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this is P.M.R.Bonez88 signing off and wishing you guys a happy Halloween. And saying is, peace.